Welcome guys to more battle group reviews. In Steel Division Normandy 44 we are going to be looking at the Guards Armored Division, the household division of the Brits, and this is an armored division obviously, which you can see from that, and there is a huge amount of tanks, and yeah, we should probably focus on recon first. I'm gonna basically go down the list again as always. So in the recon tab you can get a crap ton of infantry recon in phase A and B. I went for 2 cards of infantry recon. In phase A I go for the Humber Mark III variant of it. You can get quite a few of those. You can get 3 cards of those, but 1 should be enough. And the Humber Mark III, really good support unit to have with their 6 HE. They're basically really fast unit to have on the battlefield. Quickly move it up to that front line. Try to stun the enemy units before they get into that, you know, tactical town or whatever. Yeah, overall nice unit to have. And the recon is a recce squad that is only a 2-man squad, so you kind of want to be careful with them. If you don't like low amount of people in a squad, like the 2-man squads, you can go for the scouts. They come in 5. They come in squads of 5, but they don't have that support vehicle that the recce have. So kind of want to keep that in mind as well. Also in phase A we have some more Humber vehicles. Actually no, this was a Humber Mark III. We have the Humber Mark IV over here with its 7 AP gun, the 37mm. Also a good support, so probably putting one of these and one of these on the battlefield, rushing them forward, it'll probably do a lot of damage to the enemy units. And to top it off in phase B we went for the recce in the MMG carrier, because you get 5 of them obviously. Now you can go for recce in the Humber Mark III, but I think quantity over quality in later phases in terms of recon definitely is the way to go, because the enemy will pretty much wreck your recon in later phases really quickly, so you want to kind of just keep an eye on everything. So that's why I went with quantity over quality in phase B. Now what I haven't used are these AEC Mark IIIs with their 11 AP guns. Could be a useful unit to try out, but since we're playing armored anyways, I don't think it's going to be necessary, but it could be a really good unit to actually put in the middle of your tank blob. So yeah, maybe try that out as well, but I basically like my infantry recon, or the recon tab the way it is. In the infantry tab, a huge amount of infantry, huge amount of motorized rifles, but we're going to start with phase A. We have some regular rifles, 6 of these guys, 10-man squads. Good units to have on the battlefield. They cannot really do anything against armor, so you want to watch out with them. The only thing that has any AT guns is the rifle leaders in your battle group, so that is the only unit that can actually do anything against tanks, but I don't really recommend using leaders to fight a battle. To help them out, help out the rifles, we have some Vickers HMGs, and that is pretty much everything in phase A. Now you can go for brand groups, but it's only a 5-man squad, and I think quantity over quality in this case is more important. Well, yeah, it is the best unit to have, but you get 6 of these, and there's like 10 men per squad, so you get 60 rifles, and the brand you only get 25 units or soldiers, so it's kind of an easy choice to make. In phase B we have more rifles, 8 of these guys. And we have some more motorized rifle leaders, and that is the only units that we have in phase B. There's not a lot of choice, or not a lot of units to choose out of. You can go for the brand groups again, or for assault pioneers, but both of these guys only have 5-man squads. So again, I went for the more replenished units, I guess. I went for numbers here in this case, so you get 80 of these soldiers, so really good unit. And in phase C we went for the best unit you can get in this battle group, the motorized rifles. They carry AT guns, they have the 7.7mm machine guns, 8-man squads, they come in the M5, so phase C is where it is in terms of infantry. Now you can also go for assault pioneers, depends on kind of what you want to do, and I might just actually change these guys up and get some assault pioneers in there to fight the infantry fights with. You get 7 of those and 6 of these. So should be a good balance. Yeah, you get 5 of these guys in 1 squad, but I'm gonna try it out. And I think I did try these guys out. They're really good with their Salcha charges. In the tank tab, a huge amount of tanks, and I did play with this battle group, especially with the Fireflies, of which we have a huge amount of. and they kind of just wreck everything. Really good units, especially Firefly Harris, the tank ace that you get in this battle group. Really nice unit to have. But yeah, in phase A, we went for all of the Cromwells that we can get. We have the Cromwell 4s and the Cromwell 5s. So 3 Cromwells in phase A to play with. 11 AP, 7 armor. Good units overall. You can go for Stewards, but I just figured, well, might as well go heavy and all out and basically have have the upper hand in phase A. In phase B, you get the availability of the Shermans. Now you get a huge amount of Sherman 5s, but if you compare that to the Fireflies, pretty much the same thing, but the Fireflies have a better gun. The Shermans do have the 50 cal and one more 7.62, but you're probably going to be fighting a tank battle, and machine guns are not going to win in a tank battle. So I just went for 1 card of Shermans as kind of like a support tank against enemy light armor, or to support with enemy infantry with all those machine guns. But I went for 2 Fireflies in phase B to be fighting the tank battles, and with their 16 AP they will definitely do just that. In phase C, we basically got more of those. We got 2 basic Fireflies, 1 kind of veteraned up Firefly, and the Ace Firefly. And I think in one match I use all of these Fireflies, so I definitely needed to fill this up. Now you can go for more Shermans, but again, I think 4 of them is enough if you just play a little bit careful with those. And 2, 4, 6 Fireflies should do the trick. In the support tab, we start with supplies, and then we go over to the Cromwell, Cromwells, the 6, I think there's a Cromwell 6, I'm not quite sure. Really good units, really good fire support, 13 HE on these bad boys. You get 2 of them in phase A, you will be able to stun everything the enemy throws at you. And I usually use these guys against like enemy AT guns, which is kind of funny. But yeah, if they get like 1 good hit, it basically stuns the crap out of them. And the next one will probably kill them as well. So nice units to put in there. In phase B, more Cromwells. And in phase C, more supplies. You could go for Crocodiles, but I think it's kind of too CQC-ish for me. And with this deck, I kind of plan on fighting on open areas, so I don't think it's going to be something useful to have. Yeah, they do have 15 front armor and 11 AP, but yeah, might as well just get a Firefly or Sherman with that money. In the anti-tank tab, not a huge amount of units. We have 3 6-pounders in phase A to help out our Churchills or Cromwells. In phase B, we have 2 17-pounders with 16 AP, so pretty much the same gun as the Fireflies. Really good units to take out those pesky Panthers and such, especially if you're playing against Panzerlayer. And in phase C, we have some more tank destroyers to help out our Fireflies with that 16 AP gun. Really nice. You can look in unit as well with that open top. Definitely like these open top vehicles. In the anti-air tab, a huge amount of Crusader AA. In phase A, we have Polstons, not the Tri-Polstons, but the Mono Polstons, if you want to give it a name. Not self-propelled, so you do want to watch out with these guys. In phase A, we also have some Crusader AA Mark IIs. These are self-propelled, really nicely armored as well. Overall, 2 armor and 3 in the front, but yeah, really good guns with their 11 HE and 800 meters range. They will probably not make the enemy or stun the enemy before they drop their weapons, but it should definitely help out with enemy fighters if they're after you. So yeah, we have 4 of those in phase A, and we have 4 of them in phase C. In the artillery tab, again, smoke is probably one of my most used things, especially if I use an artillery unit. We have 3 of these 2-inch carriers. They only have 700 meters range, so it's kind of tricky to use these guys to stun enemy AT guns and such. But yeah, you should be focusing on supporting your tanks with smoke or stunning enemy infantry up close with this unit. To get enemy AT guns, I went for the Sexton AT or artillery with 11 HE, 2400 meters range, so you will be able to outrange any enemy AT guns with these. And I basically got more of those in phase B. I just put 2 of them in there in phase B. Now, you could go for the 25-pounders, but I like my self-propelled artillery because the 25-pounders will probably just get like bombed or artied by the enemy artillery and just, be kind of useless for the next 2 minutes or so. And I do have off-map battery, but I don't think I've used it as much as other people. Maybe I need to try it out more, but I think it's kind of too powerful if you want to give it a name, but yeah, I just have one of these in my deck just in case. Like if the enemy uses it, I will punish them by using it as well. In the air tab, you don't really have a lot of choices. Yeah, I went for 2 fighters, 2 Tempests in phase B. You can go for 4 Tempest fighters total. And in phase C, I went for a lot of anti-tank planes. I went for 4 of these Typhoon ATs. If you don't want 4 of these Typhoon ATs, I recommend getting like probably the veteraned up Tempest fighters, or getting the fighter bombers with the 230 kilogram bombs, which could be really good. But yeah, you want to watch out with these guys. Bad agility due to those bombers, and the Tempest actually have a good agility, so you don't want to use fighter bombers to basically fight enemy fighters with. They're good to support your own fighters, but I don't recommend going toe to toe with these fighter bombers against enemy fighters. But yeah, that was it for my Guards Armored battle group review, guys. Hopefully you learned something about it. Code for this battle group is down in the description. Check it out. And as always, thank you all for watching, and see you guys back in the next one. Take care.